Currently at the business show, and given that a lot of businesses launch at events like this, I thought it was only right that I give you some tips on how to maximize a trade show appearance, how to maximize exhibiting at a trade show, because it's not cheap. So we want to make sure that you get maximum value from your presence. And so I'm going to give you 5 tips for maximizing your presence at a trade show. Number 1 is pre-show marketing. So way before the show, you need to be promoting it. I would say maybe start 2 months out or so and gradually ramp it up so people know that you are attending the show. So the business show, for example, I booked over a year ago. People book for this show well in advance. And so letting people know that you're exhibiting is really, really important. The other thing is business development. So during the run-up, members of my team were actually inviting connections as well. So I recommend you do a 2-pronged approach. So yes, general promotion on social media, email, your other marketing channels, but also do the business development. So, you know, the direct messaging, the calls, to make sure that you get people on your stand. Number 2 is make sure that you capture every single lead. At the end of the day, you're here to build relationships, you're here to build connections. So make sure you capture leads. We are highly in favor of having an app. So we have an app. So a lot of trade shows and events will have an app where you can actually scan leads and make sure you don't lose any leads. But even if you're using pen and paper, the main thing is that you're capturing the opportunities, you're capturing the information, the data, the emails, the telephone numbers, the website addresses. You're making notes of the people that are coming to your stand so that afterwards you can follow up. The third thing is adding value on your stand. So when people come to your stand, don't just use it as a sales pitch. Actually add value, provide useful advice, provide tips, have real conversations, be genuinely interested in the people that visit. It's not just about pitching to them. In those conversations, you will have natural opportunities to make the sale where it fits, to have conversations about your products and services. Most times people know that you're here ultimately to sell products and to do business. You don't have to ram that down people's throats. You want to be adding value. You want to be adding value. The 4th thing that you want to do is be connecting with the media and journalists. There's loads of people here that are doing podcasts, creating content. There's also traditional media. So people doing media for the show, the business show organizers themselves have their own social media accounts, connect with them, the show organizers to do some promo through them. There's also magazines, publications. Make sure you're making the most out of this opportunity and connecting with media. Number 5, probably the most important tip, is make sure that you follow up. The fruit is in the follow-up. Remember that this is just the beginning of the conversation. You know, there's some people that I spoke to here that probably, if we do business, it's not going to be for another few months, a year, probably maybe more. I have clients that I started conversations with years ago and they're just buying from me now. So, but make sure you follow up. Make sure you're developing those conversations. Follow up swiftly after the event to say thank you, to catch up with them on any conversations that you have, and then continue to follow up with them. You know, it's all about building relationships. So I hope that helps. So just to recap, number 1 is pre-show marketing. Number 2 is make sure you capture every lead. Number 3 is make sure that you add value on the stand. Number 4 is make sure that you're connecting with journalists and the media. And number 5 is make sure that you follow up.